Hey everybody, off the Mike Sports Network here. Big news in college football. Following up on a story that we did a video on not too long ago, but this has been a developing story in the last 48 hours or so. Nico Iamaleava and Tennessee are, I guess you could say, Tennessee saying they're moving off of it, and also at the same time, it seems like Nico has filed his paperwork to enter the transfer portal when it opens next week. Holy mackerel, this thing went sour quickly. And this is a wild series of events that has transpired. And it's really like a reflection of where college football and, maybe college athletics as a whole is going. This is becoming professional sports. But a couple things here that I want to tackle. But the first thing and foremost, um, Nico Iamaleava's reputation and everything has taken a massive, massive hit. We're talking about a guy who was the starting quarterback for a team in the college football playoff in the SEC, top conference in college football. And the head coach and the program is moving off of him over an NIL dispute in the middle of April. The middle of April. This guy was their starting quarterback, and they're willingly moving off of him over an NIL dispute. This is nuts. Nuts. So I don't know what the future holds for this kid, but I think he's screwed. I think he is screwed. His reputation, he made it about himself. He wanted to get more money, and he got burned big time. Tennessee called this bluff and basically said, fuck you, go into the portal because we're not going to deal with this. We're better off without you. We got to the playoff in a lot of ways in spite of you because we have a lot of talent. We have a great offensive coach who coached around your deficiencies despite your high price tag. And then you want to come back to us and ask for more money? Get out of here. So I'm really interested to see what team is going to be really interested, or what school is going to be really interested in giving Nico what he wants, which leads me to believe I don't know if he's going to be at a Power Four school in 2025. He may start, but I don't know what this is going to look like because this is just like, to me, Tennessee is a massive winner in here. Good for them for standing on, their program and, just getting out in front of us and just saying, screw this. He's not with us. We're here in April. We're trying to get through spring practice, and this guy's a distraction. Didn't let it fester, got it out of the way, and moved on. And let me be clear. Listen, I'm not the biggest SEC homer, or I'm not the biggest Tennessee Volunteer fan. I understand what that fan base is, but this guy was effectively a mercenary. He was all about the money. He had his priorities the wrong way. And this is the negatives of what has been going on with this NIL transfer portal era, really, for the last 3, 4, 5 years. Um, Everything about college football has completely changed. And it's like, good on Tennessee for, and good on Josh Heupel for, just ending this and basically just saying, fuck off, Nico. Go into the portal, go take your chances there, see if somebody else is willing to pay you what you want. But I listen, and you know what? I don't know if it was driven by his family or something like that, but it's so bad for, anybody to make, NIL about themselves. And this is, like I said, the problem with this whole structure in the fact that the NCAA has not really said anything about this. Is like, okay, a starting quarterback can ask for the amount of money, but what about the offensive line? What about a guy like James Pierce, who's going to get paid a ton of money in the NFL, is probably might be a first round pick. That guy was probably one of their best players. Dylan Sampson was a guy running the ball. Like, Nico was fine as a freshman, but he wasn't anything like insane. Like, for all the demand and that price tag that he was expecting, and then he comes back and wants to get renegotiate the deal that he signed out of high school. Fuck off, man. So good for Tennessee. I think Nico's in trouble, man. I don't think he's going to be starting at a Power 5 school or a Power 4 school. I got to get used to saying that because, Pac-12, unfortunately, is coming back, but it's not going to be considered an autonomy conference. But man, this is a wild story that just really got out of hand really quickly and, escalated to the point where Tennessee, good for them. They're in the middle of spring practice. They got to figure out who their starting quarterback is for 2025. So they moved off of him. And Josh Heupel had a meeting with the team Saturday morning and basically said, hey, we're moving off of this guy. The fact that that messaging got out is not good PR for Nico Iamaleava because, like, you're basically saying, like I said, this is an SEC school that made the college football playoff in 2025 and they are willingly moving off their starting quarterback in April. In April. The season starts in like 4.5 months. That's not a lot of time. Okay. Now you got to figure out who your car and maybe, and I'm not an expert. And Tennessee fans, if you want to get in my comments about this and, suggest to me about who your starting quarterback, I'm not an expert on recruiting or if they're going to need to go get a transfer guy. But everything that I have gathered is that Nico was not particularly very good, and they're not exactly losing sleep over losing this guy. But the fact that it happened in the manner that it did is very alarming. So I don't know what the future holds for this guy, but this is just another case of a guy who is just trying to get more money than he seemingly earned, and a school just calling his bluff, and basically saying, "Fuck you, go see what you can get. We're not dealing with this. We're better off without you. We'll move on." I think they'll probably be in contention for an SEC championship, potentially going to the playoff. And, we move on. But again, a crazy story in college football. We'll have a lot more coming here. I mean, it's been nice to actually talk about college football in the middle of April, but this is what the new NIL transfer portal has really brought us. So thanks so much for watching. I'll see you guys soon. Bye bye.